You got any agonizing, unanswered why questions? Did you arrive here with any agonizing, unanswered why questions? I've got a few of those. Listen, all you have to do is live long enough, and you will have some agonizing, unanswered why questions. So perhaps you need today grace to bow down. Grace to bow down, especially if darkness is your companion. Grace to bow down to the God who is God. The book of Job teaches us that God is great and good and has good purposes for your suffering, even if you, like Job, don't perceive those good purposes. Douglas O'Donnell articulates this so effectively when he writes, "What Job finally grasps is that God has an inescapable purpose in whatever he does, even if that inescapable purpose in whatever he does is never revealed to the creature it affects." What Job finally saw clearly is that he could not see clearly. And to his credit, Job doesn't suffer from our obsession with the question why, or from our obsession with having his felt or real needs met. There is no therapeutic babble from the tongue of God. There is no healing from the hand of God. And the beauty is that Job is not concerned about those things anymore. Job doesn't want anything but God. That is what God offers. And that's what Job takes. Job is spiritually cured by the revelation of God. And that is enough to heat the coal of his human heart on the coldest, darkest night of his soul. And Pastor, that is enough for your heart on the coldest, darkest night of your soul. Listen, pastoral ministry involves cold, dark nights. Pastoral ministry involves cold, dark seasons. A member of your church experiences the inexplicable death of a child. You were there when the gift was given. And now you find yourself there at the gravesite when it's been taken away. Or there's the death of a father or mother with young children. And it falls to you to break this news to the children. Or perhaps you are familiar with the wayward child who breaks your heart. Or perhaps you arrive with a prolonged illness and there is no definitive diagnosis. Or perhaps your church isn't growing. Your church hasn't grown over the past year. Not only has it not grown, some of your best folks have left. And they haven't left to relocate. They haven't left to participate in a church plant. No, they left your church to now begin attending a church that does seem to be growing. Or perhaps there is a trusted friend and staff member you have served with and made an assumption that you'd run the entire race with. And he is abruptly, it appears, offended, and he leaves and he slanders you on the way out of the door. Listen, affliction and persecution and slander and betrayal, being struck down, it is all part of the biblical pastoral job description. To be a pastor is to know cold, dark nights, cold, dark seasons. And those you serve will experience cold, dark nights of the soul.